Was there a favorite Mega Man game that you played back in the day?
A favorite one? Geez, that's like asking to choose favorites among children. I would say, can I choose like 3?
Sure.
I would
Top 3.
say Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3, and Mega Man X.
Nah.
Those 3 are my favorites. The later X games, I think, had like arguably better mechanics, but somehow they just had less heart, if that makes any sense. Yeah. And I actually think that like Mega Man 5 in the original series might actually be a better game than 2 and 3. But again, it came along so late in the NES's existence that it kind of didn't have the heart that the earlier ones did. And I know that everyone always points to Mega Man 2 being the best of the bunch, but I would argue that 3 is just as good because, number one, Mega Man 3 has the absolute best soundtrack of any NES game of all time. The Mega Man 3 NES soundtrack is rockin'. And 3, it also introduces like a lot of cool things like the Rush stuff, which was really neat. So
I think what happens is that you know, you go and replay Mega Man 2, and it's so awesome. And then what happens is that
fundamentally, so it was awesome. I'm not complaining, but it was fundamentally broken, right? Like you had the Metal Blade, which killed everything. Like everything died to the Metal Blade. Versus like Mega Man 3 is like, no, you have 1 weapon per boss.
But not only that, is you go back and you play 1, it was so fucking hard that you were like, okay, now you realize why people love 2 so hard, because you want to forget the ass whooping that you got in 1.
Well, so Mega Man 1, like, you know, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say it's not a good game. Like, it wasn't a good game. So Mega Man 1 had some, and I know there's a lot of people watching this who are really angry right now that I'm saying this, but I've played all the way through it several times, and it had really neat concepts. It had you choosing level order. It had weapons that worked on different bosses. That was really, really cool. But the actual game, it was way too unpolished. It was way too difficult. Remember those fucking platforms that would drop out underneath you in the Gutsman level? Like, who needs that, right? So, like, that part wasn't very good. They only had 6 bosses instead of the standard Mega Man 8. They didn't even figure out the right number of bosses to have. So 2 was kind of like when they figured out a lot of the kinks. And then 3 was when they got the first like bug-free version where they actually balanced it right. But 2 was still so awesome that who cares?